my fault, is it? Huh, just because I tried to do you a good turn and come over and cook dinner?
No one asked you to.
Well, that's all the thanks I get.
I love that pan. I've been wanting one for years.
I don't care about your precious pan. I'll buy you another one and send it to you.
There's nothing. Oh, and they got away. There's no one here now. It was just a dream, a bad dream.
Whatever you think of me, Jennifer, I'm not senile. It was no dream. Someone was in this room. Someone wants me dead.
Look as though you've lost something, Ballinger. I mean, you can't trust anyone anymore, can you?
It was you. You took them, you bitch.
Oh, now there's gratitude for you. And after I've brought you a present, too. Not a very flattering photo, is it? But I'm sure your husband will love it for his scrapbook.
Hey, Daphne, have you seen my shirt?
Bloody hell are you doing, you stupid little bitch?
Don't do it again.
My God, what have you done to her?
I caught her sniffing coke. Apparently it's been going on for a few days now, snorting every couple of hours.
Is that right?
No big deal. I'm not hurting anybody.
You're hurting yourself. That's what I've been trying to tell you. Look, she doesn't give a damn what happens to you once she's got you hooked on the stuff.
Ballinger.
Yeah.
It's not harmful. You don't get addicted to nothing she said.
You already are if you're snorting every 2 hours.
Nothing ever made me feel this good before.
You try talking to her. She's not going to listen to me.
Daphne, look, I know what that stuff does to you. It'll keep you high for a while, but it wrecks your brain. You start imagining things and forgetting things like who you are. But worse still is the depression that comes from it. People have killed themselves. You want that to happen to you?
Well, why would that happen to me? I'm not going to use that much. I only just use a little bit just to cheer me up. I don't know why you want to hurt me for it.
Oh, Mr. Crookshanks looks awfully lonely over there, Mrs. Morris.
Well, never you mind.
I think it's perfect. Working together and loving together. It's beautiful.
All work and no play when those two get together.
Where's Nora and Daphne?
I don't know, love. Iris not here either.
Well, it is a rather obvious possibility.
Oh, there is? Obvious possibility? Obvious to whom?
To anyone with a minimum of intelligence.
Oh, well, that explains why she thought of it.
Thought of what?
That noise
Etty, I'd like to apologise to you for snapping at you yesterday. I hope you understand I had a lot on my mind.
Oh, that's all right, love. It's the war, you see. The war's always hardest on us women. Never mind, love. Can't go on much longer. Well, Lord knows it's gone on as long as I can remember.
I'd like to make it up to you, buy you a little present to show you there are no hard feelings.
Oh, that's all right, love. There's nothing I need, really.
There must be something, some little thing you need. Etty, sit with me, will you? I'd like to buy you something to make me feel so much better.
Oh, well, you know where you can get a really good bottle of mosquito repellent? I mean, the real stuff, like before the war. Not this modern spray stuff.
It shouldn't be hard to find. I know. I'll send a note to Mr. Fellows. Ask him to arrange it for us. The only thing is I'll need your help in getting the note to him.
Well, I couldn't give it to him. I've just gotten here. I can't go out again.
But they're watching me. censoring my mail. I think we'd stand a much better chance if you sent it to him.
Oh, I don't know, lovey. Don't like her sending too many letters, and I promised one to Sadie.
Yeah, all right. Although, if I wrote the note to Mr. Fellows, you could slip it into your letter. And then your friend,
Sadie,
could deliver it to him.
Yeah, I don't suppose she'd mind. Real mosquito oil, you reckon?
Just like before the war.
Oh, in that case, count me in.
Morning. Oh, is breakfast early?
Nope, it's late, as usual, and so are you.
Yes, I suppose I am. Not feeling too good, actually. How did Mr. Pringle seem when he brought breakfast in?
What?
Well, did he say anything?
No. He had the good sense to get out of here before I'd tasted this garbage. I don't know how he keeps a job.
Mervyn is an excellent chef. Obviously, you don't appreciate decent food.
God, no one could call this decent. Why don't you get around to sampling his food?
How dare you?
Well, thank goodness you came back. Would you take these rosters to the staff room and pop these reports on Mrs. Reynolds' desk, please?
Did Mr. Pringle leave a message for me when he came in this morning?
Not as far as I know. Joyce, would you take these for me, please?
Oh, yes, of course.
I'd like to see Mrs. Ballinger, please.
I'm sorry, I don't know whether that's...
Costello, what can I do for you?
I'd like to see my client. I tried to phone, couldn't get through. What is going on?
I'm sorry, the line's been out of order, and Mrs. Ballinger doesn't want to see anyone at the moment.
I'm sure she doesn't. However, I'm afraid I'm going to have to insist. I have new information on her case, and it is urgent.
I can't force a prisoner to see a visitor if she doesn't want to. You, of all people, should know that.
Then perhaps you would get a letter signed by Mrs. Ballinger to the effect that she refuses to see me.
I don't have to get you anything. If you'd like to refer it to the department.
I am her solicitor, damn it. All right. Please tell her that I will be in touch. Good day.
It does seem irregular, a solicitor not being allowed in to see his client.
This is one decision the federal police have made for us. Frankly, I couldn't agree more.
Well, if you're going to go, I want to go too.
That could probably be arranged. There's only one drawback. We need Ferguson's help to get us out.
And how are you going to get it? She just bashed you up. Why should she turn around and help you?
Because I'm going to offer her what she wants.
Like?
She wants Desmond as much as we do. When she finds out what I've got in mind, she'll help.
Must be nice to be so sure of yourself. What happens if she doesn't?
How dare you talk to me like that? You're nothing but a cheap little con merchant with a very limited future.
Oh, yeah? What would you know?
Coming in here like the Queen of Tarts and taking over.
I want to talk to you. Get going, Callie, or you'll miss muster.
I got a note from my mum says I can stay home today.
Ouch! In case you're wondering who cleaned out your stash of poison, it was me.
You? But you're taking quite a bit on yourself, aren't you?
From what's been going on around here, I don't think it's a moment too soon.
Why don't you stop playing mother hen for 5 minutes and let your little brood look after themselves?
Ah! After what you did to Daphne, I ought to ram your head down there and make you lick that bowl clean. And if you bring any more stuff in, that's exactly what I'm going to do, understand? Understand?
Get away with this.
No more threats, lady. You might have been queen of the tarts on the outside, but in here you're nothing. You're less than nothing. And judging from those bruises, I'd say the freak agrees with me.
Ferguson will pay for this, and so will you. I know enough people in high places to make sure of that.
Whenever you head over Reno, I think you've lost it. So from now on, follow the rules just like everyone else, or I'll make sure of those extra cleaning duties.
Nana, come away and lie down. There's nothing there. It was just a nightmare.
How many times must I say it, Jennifer? I am not a crazy old woman. Someone came in here last night and tried to kill me.
I wish you wouldn't keep on about it. You'll only work yourself into a state.
I'm entitled to be in a state, you stupid girl. If I hadn't called out to you and frightened them away, I'd be dead now.
Oh, Nana, come on. Look, if it worries you that much, we could put security bars on the windows.
We could, and if the house caught fire, I'd be trapped. What then? No. Whoever it was ran away when they heard you coming. So as long as you're in the house, I think I'm all right.
I won't be in the house much longer.
What?
I'm going to Japan with Pippa.
Japan? Don't joke, Jennifer. I'm not in the mood.
Neither am I.
Then you're being sillier than even I thought you could be. You just can't fly off to Japan on a childish whim. You've been reading too many fairy tales.
I have to get away, Nana. From this house and from you.
That's right. That's right. Run away from your responsibilities. Be a worthless whore like your Aunt Harriet, or a brazen hussy like your friend Philippa.
Oh, Nan!
It's in your blood. I've done my best to save you from it, but it's in your blood.
You promised me. You said I could have more freedom.
What a selfish and willful child you are. You don't care about me at all. Just some hours ago, someone came in here and tried to kill me, and now you're going to walk off and leave me helpless. If anything happens to me, it'll be on your conscience forever. Jennifer, I'm speaking to you.
What did you bloody coke freak falling all around the place?
Leave her alone.
Why should I leave her alone? I'm not the one that bashed her.
Everyone here knows the rules on drugs.
Yeah, well, that's fair enough. But it doesn't seem right that Ballinger's getting off scot-free and taking advantage of poor little kids like Daffy.
She can hardly look after herself, the poor dear. Oh, look, I'm going to do my rounds.
Shouldn't we do something about Ballinger?
I've already warned her off. But if I find out that anyone else is working with her, I'll soon know about it.
What are you looking at me for?
People are wondering why you two seem to live in each other's pockets.
I was scoring a bit of free grass off her. What's it to you?
Yeah, well, not anymore. There is no more drugs and there's no more coming in.
Look at all the things in Ruth's cell. Now, I think we should confiscate them as a punishment.
That'd open
If she's
up.
going to be punished, it needs to be something that'll
really hurt.
It will be, if she tries it again. Look, I said I've handled it. Let's leave it at that, shall we? Obviously, there's some people around here who don't agree with the way I've been handling things lately.
We didn't say that.
You didn't need to. I've got an alternative to put to you. The council.
Jeez, I must be hearing things.
One thing that does stay is the no drugs rule.
Well, how do you see this council working?
We elect 3 or 4 representatives. If a problem comes up, they talk about it and vote on it. Now, nothing could be fairer than that. Also, it gives us more bargaining power with Reno.
Certainly worth thinking about.
Worth thinking about? Sounds an eminently sensible
don't
suggestion
tell
to
me you're thinking of standing for the council, dear.
It's a good thought, Myra.
What's to stop Ruth being on this council if she gets enough people to vote for her?
Nothing, love. If she gets them to vote for her. And the way she's losing friends at the moment, that's not going to be easy.
Well, I say we put it to the others and see what they think. Personally, I'm all for it.
Ruth? Ruth? Oh, I'm sorry I dogged on you. She said I got confused when she started hitting me. And anyway, she said she already knew it was you.
It's not your fault. I hope she didn't bruise you too much.
So we're still friends then?
Yes, of course we are. Why shouldn't we be?
Oh, jeez. You find out who your real friends are, don't you? I thought Myra and Nora liked me.
Myra seems to have a mental block about letting people be happy. Maybe it's better if we don't see each other for a while. No point in
If you give me any more stuff, I promise I won't tell anybody.
I haven't got any left to give.
Oh, that's too bad. It made me feel really good.
I know. Just be patient. It'll be all right.
You getting some more in?
How would you like something better?
Oh, of course I would. When?
After things quieten down a bit. Just be patient. Trust me.
Okay. See ya.
I don't care how busy you are, Mr. Brooks. I want to see you this morning. Well, I wouldn't be calling if it wasn't urgent. That's right. Jennifer! And bring with you all the papers relating to my will. We'll discuss it when you get here. Goodbye. Ah, Jennifer, do you think you could lay out my day clothes, please? And tell Mrs. Goddard we'll be wanting morning tea in the drawing room later. Mr. Brooks is paying a business call.
Mr. Brooks, the solicitor.
That's correct.
Hang on a minute.
You talking to me?
Yeah. I've been trying to work out why you got stuck into Bellinger. Seems to me it'd be the perfect cover if the two of you were working together.
Think what you like, Desmond, but I wouldn't spit on her if she was on fire.
Expect me to believe anything you say when I know that you and Malone are trying to set me up?
Set you up? Oh, must be those drugs, Desmond. They've affected your brain. You're dreaming.
I wasn't dreaming when Malone caught me with a stash. She confiscated the lot, but not a word's been said.
Oh, well, maybe the governor just hasn't got around
Maybe
you.
the governor doesn't know anything about it.
Well, just think yourself lucky you got off so easy.
Why?
I don't know anything about it, Desmond. And I'm sure Malone doesn't either.
You're slipping, Ferguson. You're trying to set me up and you let a chance like that go by.
Well, Desmond, if I did, it's because I know there'll be plenty of other chances. I'll get you. And when I do, there'll be no way out.
Oh, just in time. I thought I'd use my break to write Sadie a letter. Hey, would you look at the spelling for me?
Oh, I don't know about the spelling, Eddie, but the handwriting is dreadful.
Oh, I did that on purpose. It's sort of a code. You see, if the enemy get hold of it, they can't understand it.
Oh, and all these stains, then, they're camouflage, are they?
Oh, no, I did that with having lunch, you see, and I spilt some gravy on it. Hey, look, I'm sorry about that funny cigarette. Only in 2 days and I'm already in trouble.
Well, wasn't really your fault, but don't let it happen again. Well, that seems fine.
Hey, look, if you post it this afternoon, she might get it a day quicker.
All right.
Oh, hang on. Where's Sadie's address now?
Etty, I've got to get on with my rounds. I'll call in later for it.
Oh. Hey, I wonder if we could get Sadie inside. I wouldn't have to write to her then, and I know she'd like...
Don't even think it. Oh, Nora, I've just been going over your parole prospects. You know, your accommodation, possible employment. It all looks quite hopeful.
Does it?
Yes, I'm preparing a report for Mrs. Reynolds.
Oh, that'd be great if I could get out, Mrs. Morris. If my baby could be born outside and instead of in here.
Yes, it would, wouldn't it? Well, we'll see what happens.
Right.
Daffy, what are you doing? Some people haven't read that yet.
Oh, sorry, I didn't think it mattered seeing the front pages missing.
Oh, yeah? I'd like to know why. What do you think? Because there's something on it they don't want us to see.
As a matter of fact, it contains some very interesting news.
And how do you know?
Because I happened to get to the paper first. I knew you'd all be interested, so I cut it out.
You did what? Oh, it's one of her tricks. When there's something really good in the paper, she holds it to ransom.
I found it. It's mine. If anyone else wants to read it, it's only reasonable they should pay something.
Now, look, how many times have I told you about that? The paper doesn't belong to you. Hand it over.
I'm entitled to a finder's fee.
That's enough nonsense, Willie. Hand it over now.
No wonder small business is going to the wall in this country.
What?
Oh,
Ruth!
wheeling bitch.
Doesn't surprise me. Just what I would have expected from her.
No wonder they've been giving us so much.
Has anyone seen Etty? I've got something for her.
You stinking lagger.
What did you say? You don't believe that nonsense, do you? It's a setup by the feds. Can't you see that? Really, it's so obvious.
Hey, it might be a made-up story. Shouldn't we give Ruth a go?
What, and have her lagging on all of us as well? She'd use anyone for bargaining power.
Yeah. At least the department wasn't crawling to her just because they were scared of her husband. Still, it wouldn't worry me if she squealed on every filthy drug pusher in the country.
No! Lagging is lagging. It's what we've got to live by. Why should she be different?
No reason I can see.
What do you expect from a rich bitch?
You're fools, all of you. You're playing right into their hands.
Oh, I certainly hope your husband's understanding, dear.
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Get your nigger by the toe. If he has let him go any... Oh, just trying to decide which one. What do you think?
I'll leave it to you. Here's the note. Instructions for passing it on are in there too.
Eh?
The note for Mr. Fellows that you're going to pass on to your friend for me.
Oh, yeah, I can do that for you, love. I've just finished writing a letter. Why don't I put it in that one?
Yes, why don't you?
I'll just write a note to Sadie so she'll know what to do.
Good. And I'll just stay and watch if you don't mind.
Yeah, I better use a fresh envelope. The gun they use these days is not very good, you know. I think they must be scrimping for the war effort.
About time you got here. Where the hell have you been?
Trying to contact Arnie. No luck so far.
We've got to do something about that woman. My top people are going underground all over the place. No one will talk to me.
I still think she's being set up. Although I must admit all the evidence is against her.
You couldn't get in to see her, and you're her lawyer. They can't keep you out unless she refused to see you. Face it, George, she's turned on us.
I can't believe that.
Then you're not looking. I've had 5 of my men picked up.
Yeah, well, there's something you ought to know about that. Ruth handed over the first 4 names on Arnie's orders.
What? Why the hell didn't someone tell me? Or is my name on the list too?
No. No, Arnie had cut off his right arm before he'd lose you, Lionel. No, it's just that the fewer people who knew about it, the more chance we had of fooling the federal police.
What about Frank?
No, he wasn't on the list. Something went wrong there, and I can't get into Ruth to find out what. They must have got to her somehow.
Frank phoned me yesterday, before they picked him up. He'd been at the prison talking to this scatty old woman I've got in there. He thought she was trying to warn him about Ruth blowing the whistle. What more do we need?
Arnie's orders. I'm not moving without them.
And what if she's getting ready to give them our names?
It'll be in all the overseas papers. The minute Arnie sees it, he'll be in touch. He's got more to lose than we have.
Well, I'm not going to just sit around and be picked up. We've got to find out exactly how much she's given away and then shut her up once and for all.
We have to talk.
Get out of my way.
Ferguson, as long as I've got the negatives, I can use them whenever I want to, even if it takes years.
You can do what you like with them, because I'm not making any deals with you.
Easy enough to say, but I'm sure you don't want to go to jail, knowing how some of those other prisoners will treat you. All I want's a little help to get out of here. In return, I'll give you the negatives and get Desmond for you.
What's the matter, Ballinger? Haven't I made it clear what I think of you?
We don't have to like each other. I'm simply suggesting a business arrangement. I'm sure you know that inside you'll have to deal with much worse than me.
It could be worth it to get rid of you.
So you'll help?
I want those negatives first.
All right. But there's one condition. Kelly has to think she's coming with me. When the time comes, if you want to stop her, it's up to you.
Well, it'll take a day, maybe 2 to set up, starting from when I get the negatives.
Give that to Costello. He'll give you the negatives. Of course, I know when you've got them, you'll probably try to double-cross me. But just remember, even from in here, it's not hard to put a contract out on you. If anything goes wrong with my escape, you won't have time to gloat about it. Do we understand each other?
Got a shopping list in here that's taken me half the night to write out. If I've lost it, I'll kill myself.
I couldn't let you do that. Dennis would never forgive me. Congratulations, by the way.
Thanks.
You must be pretty excited.
Well, I don't know about excited, but I do seem to be terribly disorganised.
I don't know a bride-to-be that hasn't been.
Well, it's not as though I haven't done it before. Now that's a letter from Etty that I've got to mail. If I lose that, she'll never speak to me again.
Well, while you're searching, you'd better let me check it. With all this tightened security, Mrs. Reynolds says do everything by the book.
No, it's all right. I've already checked it. It's quite harmless. And Etty's writing, being what it is, it's practically next to unintelligible.
Fair enough. I suppose considering the trouble she went to get herself back in here, she won't be planning any escapes.
No. Oh, Ruth Ballinger's the one we've got to watch. She's the one they don't want getting anything in or out. Here it is. See? Wasn't quite so disorganised as I thought.
I'd like to see Mrs. Reynolds, please.
Just a second. Mrs. Reynolds, Inspector Fraser here to see you. Right. She'll see you now if you just sign in over there, please. Wentworth Detention Centre.
Oh, look.
Just a moment, please.
Hang on to these for me. I'll search you and show him through. Thanks, Meg. What can we do for you this time?
Oh, we've been questioning Frank Richards.
Yes, I imagine you have. It's been in all the newspapers.
Well, we put together a fairly complete picture of his movements over the last 12 hours or so, before he was picked up. We had him under surveillance most of the time, of course.
What's this got to do with me?
Well, it seems he was here yesterday afternoon, doesn't it?
Here?
Yes. We're wondering why.
Well, I had no idea. I didn't know he'd been here at all. He didn't get anywhere near Ruth Ballinger, I can assure you of that. She's seen no one.
Yes, well, our questioning revealed that much, didn't it?
But what possible reason could he have for coming here?
That's what I'm here for. To find out.
All right. I want to get to the bottom of this as much as you. Let's check the sign-in book and find out who he did see.
Stone the flying crows. What a grouse-looking Sheila. Hey, what do you say we go somewhere and crack a couple of tinnies, eh, love?
God, you sound even sillier than you look.
Well, what do you expect? Perfection first time? It's all right for you. You've had years of practice.
Simon, thanks a lot.
Couldn't resist. Little souvenir shop just across the way from the hotel. Had a good day?
Okay.
I spent the morning finalising things at the education department. Then I did some shopping and went back to the hotel, hoping you'd phone. I'm glad you did.
Yes.
How's your mother?
She's fine. Simon, I didn't phone you just to come for a walk in the park. I want to talk about things.
How on earth's one supposed to throw this thing?
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know? Call yourself an Australian and you don't know how to throw a boomerang? Oh, hold on, I'll ask this chap.
Simon, stop it. I want to talk.
Pippa, darling, if we're to make it in the social circles of Bengala, it's necessary that one be adept at certain things. Now, I checked this morning and found that boomerang throwing is very high on the list. Our whole future could depend on this.
For God's sake, be serious.
Now, how often have you told me that I take things too seriously? Well, I may be a bit slow, but I finally realized that you're right. And as of now, I'm going to stop.
What do you mean?
I've been too serious for too long about too many things. And from now on, that's going to change. We'll take each day as it comes and just enjoy ourselves.
Si, I wish it was that easy.
But it is that easy, as long as we don't bog ourselves down with serious and meaningful discussions. It's time enough for that later. Right now, all I want to do is enjoy being here in this country, the one girl in the world I'm crazy about. All right?
Oh, come on, dear, liven yourself up a bit. You're not in the kitchen now, you know. Have to work in here for a living.
Yeah. Well, let me tell you, the kitchen's no picnic these days. Move all sweated up over Joyce yelling at us all the time for nothing at all. At least you get a bit of peace and quiet.
Don't expect that to last too long. As soon as Willie gets back with the skip, she and May will be at it again.
Well, don't look at me, dear. I don't start it. Oh, no. What's so funny, dear?
Well, I was just thinking how to be if you and Willie were both on the council that Moira's talking about.
God, can you imagine it?
Oh, no. That's the way council should be run. Argue things out properly. Anyone thought who they'd like to see on it?
I might give it a try. But no point, really. I'll be out soon.
Stupid idea. Decent top dog wouldn't need any counsel.
Yeah, we know your idea of being top dog. Throw your weight round and rip everyone off for all you can get. You'd sell a whole lot of us to the Ruth Ballingers of this world without thinking twice.
Boo! I wouldn't have nothing to do with the bitch.
Didn't see much of this afternoon. Probably still squealing her head off to the feds.
I don't reckon that's right what the paper said about Ruth Lagan. She's not the type. I mean, she's been real decent to us.
Oh, Lexi, don't be fooled by her. Okay, she gave you some handouts, but there'll be a catch sooner or later.
Huh?
What's wrong?
Nothing. Nothing's wrong, it's the baby. I felt it move.
Yeah?
Pretty healthy sort of kick it was, too.
That's terrific.
It's a boy. How do you know?
Well, girls don't kick. They're too refined. They just nudge.
I don't care what it is, just so long as it's healthy. And boy, it sure feels like it is.
I don't know why you're asking me all these questions. I've already confessed I'm guilty.
Why did Frank Richards come to see you yesterday?
Yeah, what's funny, him coming to see me like that? Just when I had that message for him.
What message?
Hey?
What message?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, enough playing games. Now, look, I know you're working for Ballinger and Fellows.
I am not. I didn't know Ruth till I came here. It was all my idea, it was.
What was?
Oh, too right it was. As if a man like that would rob a bank.
Bank? What bank?
See, I told you, Mr. Fellows doesn't do things like that.
So you do know him, do you?
Who?
Fellows! Now listen, you better start cooperating right now. Otherwise you could find yourself facing extra charges.
Extra charges? Does that mean I get a longer sentence?
Damn right it does. So start talking. What's your connection between Richards and Ballinger?
I'm not saying anything. Not another word. I'm no squealer. Gee, they get some funny ideas.
Who?
The police. Tell me this, tell me that. I mean, you can't even have a visit from someone they think you're an enemy spy.
What's happened?
Oh, can you imagine Mr. Richards being a spy? I never heard anything so silly.
So they've traced him here.
You know, he said he might give me a longer sentence. Do you reckon he will?
What did you tell him?
Of course, if he thinks I'm an enemy spy, he might want to have me shot, and I don't think I'd like that very much.
Did you tell him about the note?
Eh?
The note. Did you tell him about the note?
What note?
Etty, listen to me very carefully. Did you tell him anything?
No, I told you I didn't. And even if I knew what it was he didn't want me to say, I wouldn't tell him. I mean, careless talk costs lives. I thought everybody knew that. Oh, well, better get on with mopping, love. See you later.
Jennifer!
Just a minute.
Hurry up!
You don't need to be so impatient, Nana. I will show you Mr. Brooks out.
You took your time. What were you talking about?
Nothing. I was being polite.
Pity you can't be polite to me sometimes. You were trying to find out what he and I discussed, weren't you?
No, Nana, I wasn't. Frankly, I'm not very interested.
You should be, because what we discussed concerns you.
I'm still not interested.
Aren't you? I asked Mr. Brooks to come over so that I could change my will.
You can do what you like with your will, Nana. It has nothing to do with me. But if you think you can use this to blackmail me out of going to Japan, you can think again.
Blackmail you?
I am going on this trip whether you like it or not. And you can change your will till you're blue in the face, but you're not stopping me. You've had your life. I won't let you have mine as well.
Jennifer, please. You're making a mistake.
Hello?
Hi.
Go anywhere today?
Yeah, for a while. I'll have another one while you're there.
I didn't enjoy saying those things to you this morning. However much I want to be your friend, I am still your mother, and means pointing out a few unpleasant truths from time to time.
I know. I saw Simon today.
What did he say?
Nothing. I still haven't told him anything.
Oh, Pippa.
I tried. I wanted to. But I couldn't. He was on a real high, going on about our future together. I just didn't have the heart to say anything.
It's only going to get harder.
I know. He's coming over later. I'll tell him then. I don't know. Why can't people just enjoy things for what they are? Why do they have to ruin them by wanting more? You know, if he'd told me over there how he felt, I'd have stopped it then before anyone was hurt.
You mean he never once said he loved you?
Well, it's something people say, isn't it? It doesn't mean anything.
Seems this time it did.
Oh, Mum, what am I going to do? I mean, he's a really nice guy, but he isn't what I want right now. I don't want to hurt him.
Oh, darling, you have to. No matter how hard it is for both of you, you've made a mistake and you have to face up to it. It's the worst part about growing up.
Sorry, didn't mean to give you a scare.
Oh, no, I just didn't hear you, that's all.
Everything all right?
Yeah, why shouldn't it be?
I don't know, you just seem a bit tense, that's all.
No, I was just thinking about something.
Fine, well, I'll see you tonight then. You haven't forgotten you're coming over for dinner?
Oh, no. Look, Terry, can we make it some other time? I've got some business to attend to.
Uh-huh. That letter isn't some sort of threat, is it?
No, nothing like that.
Well, whatever it is you've got to do, if it's any kind of trouble, I'm coming with you, for moral support or whatever.
Well, thanks, I appreciate that, but I can work it out for myself. See you tomorrow.
Afraid I'm a bit early. You know how it is, strange city. I haven't quite got the knack of how much travelling time to allow yet.
That's all right.
Hello.
Hello, Simon. I hope you'll excuse me. I've got things happening in the kitchen.
Oh, righto.
Simon, sit down.
I guess where I went this afternoon after the park. The Tourist Bureau. Do you believe they've actually got brochures on Bengala? I thought you might like to see our future home.
Not now, we have to talk.
No, I thought we'd agreed on all that.
No. Simon, I have been trying to think of a way of saying this that won't hurt, but there isn't one. I'm not ready to get married yet, or settle down in Bengala or anywhere else. I'm not even going to be in Australia for more than a couple of weeks. I'm taking that job in Japan, and after that I'm going back to England.
What?
I'm sorry. I never wanted things to get this serious. I thought all we were doing was having a good time.
Good time?
Yes. You never said you wanted anything else.
I said it in 100 different ways, Pippa. Obviously, you weren't listening.
What was I supposed to be listening for? Si, I don't understand how this has happened.
No, you don't understand, do you? It never occurred to you how important you were to me because I wasn't important to you.
You are important to me, Simon. But I can't make one person my whole life.
And what about my life?
I'm very sorry. I never expected you to.
Expected me to leave my wife and children and come halfway around the world just to be with you. Well, why didn't you expect it? What about all those times you wished we could be together properly? What was that supposed to mean?
I'm sorry.
And stop saying you're sorry. You don't even know what you've done. How can you be sorry? I guess I'm just a stupid old man who wanted you so badly I wouldn't even let myself see you for what you really are. A spoiled, self-centered brat. I just hope for your next lover's sake that you're more honest with him, so he doesn't have to suffer what you've put me through. Goodbye.
Everyone seems to think the council's a good idea. Any thoughts on how we should set it up?
Yeah, conscription.
Pardon?
You just pick out who you want and ask them to report for duty. If they don't turn up, you have them shot.
I think that might defeat the purpose a bit, Eddie.
Why?
Well, you could have it like a proper election. People could nominate and have campaigns, and then everyone votes on who they want.
Hey, Chucky reckons we should have champagne.
Oh, Alexia, I said campaign.
Yeah, well, I reckon you get more votes with champagne.
Oh, leave her alone. This is serious.
We're just having a joke.
Well, it's no time for jokey when there are battle plans being drawn up.
I'll get out of your way then.
It's a good idea, love. We'll work on it. What's the matter, Lexi? You gone off the idea of the council?
Like I said, doesn't worry me much one way or the other. But if I was on it, I'd be voting to let us have grass in here. I don't know why you're so dead set against it, especially when it's been given away free.
Because it is not free. Ruth Ballinger doesn't give away anything. She only shows the price tag when it suits her.
She wants to buy a few friends, that's okay with me.
She'll do more than buy friends. She'll use any of us any way she can.
So? That's what staying on top's all about.
What about what she did to Daffy?
Oh, probably thought Daffy had brains enough to know what she was doing. Anyhow,
I'm staying on Mrs. Ballinger's good side. She's going to make things happen for me when I get out of here.
All right, ladies, let's have some attention. Myra, time for a little ceremony. This has taken me a bit longer than usual, what with all the interruptions. And I wouldn't blame you if you thought that I'd let you down. But my girls know I always keep a promise. Here we are, just this minute finished.
Oh, it's great, May.
Yeah, I know. We'll try it on.
Yeah. It's, thanks. Very,
colourful. Well, I need hardly point out that it is an original. You won't find another one of those anywhere.
Yeah.
Something funny?
No, May, it is. It's very nice.
I like the sleeves, like.
Well, what do you think?
Oh, it's great, May. Thanks. It's just what I've always wanted.
Trouble with being outside. Everything's changed so much. I didn't like it at all. Mind you, Sadie and I had some fun. And I bought some nice things, and there was that time we had the rides in my Rolls Royce.
You bought a Rolls?
Oh, not for myself, for the other girls. I mean, I owed them that much.
Yeah? And what about what you owe me?
What was that like?
I got an IOU for $5 grand with your name on it. Only I don't seem to have any money.
Have you spent that already?
I never had it to spend, did I? Well, I've waited long enough. Tomorrow, you're opening an account for me and putting the money in it.
But I've already got an account.
Oh, geez, you're a bloody Indian giver when you're not welshing on me.
Stop shouting at her, Lexi. You're confusing her.
What's so confusing? She owes me and I wanted to pay. Sounds simple enough.
Nana. I'm sorry I didn't come up before. I was trying to concentrate on the music. Oh, let's not go to sleep angry at each other.
He used to give me roses. I wish he could again. But that was on the outside, and things were different then. On the inside, the sun still shines, and the rain falls down. But the sun and rain are prisoners too when morning comes around. Last night I dreamed